Doubt is a precursor to success, and it's actually a good sign when it comes up, and allow me to explain. Doubt is connected to the emotion of fear, and fear is a human emotion. There is no escaping the vast variety of human emotions. We can train our brains, train our nervous systems to have our baseline be a different set of emotions, but at the end of the day, there's no escaping certain emotions. Even the most successful people, the most professional, the most skilled, experience doubt from time to time. And we know when we look at the scale of consciousness that we do not expand upwards in a linear fashion, right? When we grow and we expand as human beings, rather we expand and grow in cyclical motions, in cyclical patterns. And so you experience the contraction, and then you experience the expansion, and then you experience the contraction, and then you experience the expansion. And in the contraction times, right, we all go through the ebbs and flows. In the contractions is what comes up next, that what you need to release in order to reach that next level. And sometimes it might be doubt, but the fact that doubt is coming up shows that it is ready to be released, shows that it knows that you are ready to release it. And it comes up to leave your system. And so today I'm talking about 3 ways to break through that doubt. And each of these 3 things will massively benefit you, not only right now in overcoming the doubt, but in the future, and all of the future timelines that you could potentially go on. What's up? What's going on? My name is Sabrina, and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their brains to turn their dreams into their real daily lives. I just made a workbook that asks very specific questions that allows you to dive deeper into the subconscious to uproot and pull out what subconscious blocks might be there between you and reaching your next biggest goal. So if you want to get that workbook to help remove your subconscious blocks, you can do so with the link in the description. And let's get into the video. There are many reasons why doubt may come up for you, but one of the biggest reasons that doubt does come up is because you have experienced something in your past. There are some kind of neural pathways embedded into your brain from a past event, whether you witnessed it yourself, you experienced it yourself, or whether you witnessed someone else experience something that shows that you are not capable, that there's something bad that happens when XYZ, that shows that whatever it is that you're going after is impossible. And so your brain, your subconscious, it enters a state of fear, and it's starting to flood your mind of, don't go in this direction, right? It's not possible. You can't do this. You've seen this other person fail. And you know somewhere in your conscious mind that you are capable of it, that you have a possibility to overcome this thing, that you have a possibility to absolutely kill it at this thing. Let's say that you're like a therapist and you're very skilled at what you do, and you know you're very skilled at what you do, but you just signed on like a celebrity as one of your clients. And you know that, God forbid, if something goes wrong, it could really take a wrong turn. And now you're in this whole sense of like doubting yourself. Am I good enough? What if I don't get this client results? What if something comes up and they don't like my methods and they publicly say that they don't like me as a professional? All of the doubts, all of the what ifs. Instead of telling yourself, oh, I shouldn't be thinking this. Instead of telling yourself, I'm just going to try to think positively and be confident. Yes, I'll get to that next. But first, I want you to validate yourself, because there is some part of your brain, some part of your psychology that is in a state of fear, that is in a state of survival, that is in a state of being scared. And there is some reason of why you are feeling this way. And when you're able to, just for a moment, but soften yourself up and sit with this and look at it and feel into it, and you tell yourself, like, it's totally okay for me to be feeling this right now. There is some reason, whether I'm aware of the reason or not, there's some reason why this doubt is coming up. And just in that allowing, I call this the art of allowing, because when you allow things to be there, when you allow, negative emotions or circumstances that you may not necessarily want, instead of trying to immediately actively pursue what you do want, which is good, but when you have that segment before to allow it, you get yourself out of the Chinese finger trap. And I give this analogy a lot, but when you experience something and you resist it, you really don't want to be experiencing it. No one wants to experience doubt. It's not fun. But when you can lean into it, accept it, validate it for being there, and recognize, oh, hey, like I see this part of me and I see that it's here for a reason and it's okay for it to be here for a moment. You ease the pressure. If you do not ease the pressure, you know what's going to happen is your subconscious mind is going to tighten its grip to whatever belief is attached to this doubt. And I want you to ask yourself, what are the benefits of me having this doubt? And this is a very good question, because consciously you're going to be like, what benefits, right? There's no benefit. I want to be amazing at what I do. I want to get my clients results. I want to, if I'm doing like a speaking gig, I want to do really well at the speaking gig. If I'm performing music, I want to do really well performing. Like, what benefit does the doubt have? But I want you to ask yourself this question, because when you ask yourself this question and you let whatever to first come up, and I highly suggest you putting a pen to paper and you writing it down, because something clicks and happens neurologically when you allow yourself to write the pen and paper and get it out with no filter, no judging yourself, no questioning whether what's coming up, what you're writing down, is right or not, because your subconscious mind knows why there is some sort of doubt in the first place. And so ask yourself, what are the benefits of me experiencing this doubt? How is this protecting me in any type of way? Is there anything in my past that my brain might be trying to protect myself from in the future? Let's say being rejected or failing. And just getting that down on paper, you start to see the motives to your subconscious mind, the motives to why this doubt came up in the first place, because your subconscious mind is a servant to you. Your subconscious mind does its best to serve you. If we think of it in this way, it's like you are the master, your subconscious mind is a servant. Whatever commands you give your subconscious mind will follow. It doesn't matter what you plant in the garden will sprout whatever seeds that you plant. And so when it experiences doubt, it believes that it is serving you in some way. It believes that it is helping you in some way. And what you need to do is communicate to your subconscious that, no, like, it is safe. It is okay. I am protected. I do know what I'm doing. I am able to move forward in this direction and it be really beneficial for me and positive for me. And following the benefits question, and truly, if you are in a state of doubt right now and you want to break through it, pause the video, get out a pen and paper and write down these questions with me. Following the benefits, I want you to write down every single benefit. Just brain dump. Don't even think about it. Just write. Then I want you to ask yourself, what are the consequences to holding on to this doubt? What are all the bad things that are going to happen in the next 30 days, in the next year, 5 years, 10 years? What will happen if I never get rid of this doubt? And I want you to go really deep into that and list all of the things, little things, big things, tiny things. And this will help to loosen the grip that your subconscious mind has to this doubt. Because when your brain sees the benefits and you can go, okay, I see why you are here to serve me. Thank you. Thank you for serving your purpose. Thank you for being here and doing your best to protect me. Okay, it's validated. It leans back some. And then you look at the consequences. It goes, oh, maybe I'm not needed right now. You loosen whatever part of your brain, whatever neurology in your brain, the grip that's on there begins to loosen when you list out the consequences following the benefits. And this is a process that I do in so many of my one-on-one client calls when we go diving deep into one of my clients' subconscious blocks. And it is so crazy how many revelations, how many breakthroughs, how many times my clients are like, I literally feel so good just after going through benefits and consequences and allowing yourself to dive deep and really getting into it without thinking, without that judgment, and just spitting out the first things that come to mind. You see what your subconscious mind is holding on to. And it's outside of your conscious awareness. But when you bring it to the forefront, it's like, oh, like things in your brain just clicks. So trust me on that one. The second way to break through this doubt is to look at all of the evidence to why the doubt came up. The reason this doubt came up is because there's something neurologically, something embedded into your subconscious that shows XYZ why this is something bad happens. And so pull up those neural pathways, pull up the reasons why your brain is experiencing that doubt. Why am I afraid to completely botch this speech that I have? Why am I afraid to completely let down this new celebrity client when all of my past clients have gotten incredible results? What is all of the evidence that this doubt is right? And I want you to write that all down. After you've written that down and you have the list, this is what is called breaking the legs of the table. Okay. So all of these reasons, all of this evidence of what came up is what is supporting the overall doubt. And now looking at the evidence, I want you to, like, on the other side of the paper or on a different paper, but like side to side, I want you to write down all of the reasons why this evidence is not true. And this may be hard at first, but stay with it, okay? Because what you ask your subconscious mind is determined to find. So how is this evidence not true? How is this example of how I failed in the past, how is it not true to this day? What would God say to me in this instant? What would the universe say to me in this instant? If you saw that your daughter, your son, a best friend, someone you really care deeply about had this doubt and had this evidence and was telling you these things, what would you say to that person? And as you begin to counter the evidence, I want you to literally cross out each thing that you wrote down as like proof in your brain of this is no longer relevant to me, right? This was a thing of my past. These are the reasons why I'm not this person anymore. I failed at this thing 10 years ago because I was inexperienced. I didn't have the confidence because I didn't know any better. And you can also counter the evidence by saying, okay, what if I did fail? What would happen? How would I handle it? I would handle it in these ways. If my celebrity client was not happy with me, I would do these things to either adjust the way in which I'm going about it, adjust the methods. This is what I'd say to them to keep it professional and to stay in good rapport. This is what would happen if I ended up losing track of my words as I'm on stage and how I would recover. If you get into those instances of, okay, if I did end up failing, what would I do and how would I handle it? It helps to counter what's supporting the doubt. Because then if you are able to pick yourself back up and do well, succeed, move forward, even though you experience some sort of failure and you have a plan of what you're going to do, God forbid if that happens, it eliminates the doubt. It soothes the doubt. The doubt is like, oh, well, you've got a plan, so like I'm good. And as you are doing that, I want you to think that you are literally like the neural pathways connected to the doubt and then the neural pathways connected to the belief. You are literally taking a neural pathway and going, oh, switching it over to belief. Neural pathway connected to the doubt. You see the evidence and then you're writing down the counter piece to the evidence of how it can work out, why this is wrong. You're slashing this and then building a neural pathway to the belief. You are actively rewiring your neural pathways again and again and again as you do this practice. And it may seem a little tedious, but I'm telling you, you will feel different when you get out of it. The third way to break through doubt is to then find ways to prove that doubt wrong. Let's bring it to the example of you are a motivational speaker going to speak at an event and it's the biggest event you've ever done. And now you have all of this doubt flooding your brain of what if it doesn't go well? What if the crowd hates me? What if I choke on stage? All of the things, all of the fear. Find ways to prove your doubt wrong. Okay, if you're doubting that you're not going to have a moving speech, ask yourself, how can you be the best possible speaker? How can you have a very moving speech that brings people to tears, that makes people laugh, that makes people have an experience with you? Do you need to do more research on this topic? Do you need to brainstorm more ideas? Do you need to practice more? Do you need to regulate your nervous system and do some breath work or do some EFT as you think about speaking on stage and regulate your nervous system in that way? Are your thoughts all like chaotic around it? And do you need to meditate in order to ground yourself and seek clarity? Whatever you're having doubt about, in what ways can you prove that doubt wrong? In what ways can you take action to be like, no, like I am going to do really well at this. When your brain sees you taking this action, it's starting to build evidence neurologically. It's building these neural pathways of, oh, since I'm practicing, I'm going to be better. Since I'm researching, I'm going to know more. I feel more confident in myself. Those pieces of action align you to eliminating the doubt. It builds more evidence that you can, that you will, that you are, and it breaks down the evidence that you're not. And when you follow all three of these steps in this order and then show up as that new self, take action in this new way, you're embodying a whole different energy. You are stepping into a whole different being. And it's building even more neural pathways. It's now building like this mind-body connection. Now that you're acting in this way, you're starting to see yourself as this person who is absolutely going to do well in this, who is going to succeed, who is able to have your back, God forbid, if something goes wrong. And just within, this could literally take like 30 minutes. This could literally just take like 30 minutes just within that time. And then you get up, you're acting as a new person. You are a new you. You are operating from a new identity, from someone who had this limiting belief to now has this supportive belief, who is operating from doubt, who is now operating from self-belief. You keep picking yourself back up. You keep operating in this new way, and you are training your brain. You are training your nervous system. You're training a new identity. And from this new energy, you're going to see whole new results, baby. So let me know in the comments what part of this process is the most helpful for you. If there's anything specific that you want me to talk about or teach on, also let me know. I'd love to see the ways in which I can help you guys out more. If you got to this point of the video, leave a brain emoji in the comment section below. Subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new video. Hit the thumbs up button so that more people can see this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.